me now from the local chapter of the American Red Cross, Mallory Brown. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Now, we just reported earlier in the show 2 fires over the weekend, then this fire today. I believe there was a fire last week as well where the Red Cross was stepping in to assist families.
Yes, we've seen 6 home fires since the beginning of the month, and so we've been really busy, and our teams are all volunteers, so they're really dedicated, and they've been out there supporting the families that have been impacted.
How does the Red Cross deploy when it's go time? How do you deploy those volunteers so quickly?
We have a disaster action team that is trained in advance to go out, and then we respond generally directly to the scene of the home fire.
Okay.
So we can be with that family right in the moment of their crisis, and then we support them throughout the weeks, not only with immediate assistance for things like food, clothing, and shelter, but also with referrals for their recovery.
Right, because we always say the Red Cross is assisting, so there's so much more to that, right?
Right. People don't understand what that means, but you don't think of little things like medications that might have been lost in the fire that need to be
Sure.
replaced. So we have a disaster health services team that's all volunteer, as well as licensed mental health professionals that volunteer to provide emotional support to these victims.
Okay, and that's all happening when when you're responding to the fire. And again, this is one of the fires just in the past weekend and this week that we're talking about here. One in Herkimer, one in Utica, and then this one in Whitesboro this morning on Main Street. What are some of the also preemptive measures that you take when you're educating people out in the community about, fire safety?
So first and foremost, make sure that you have working smoke alarms in your home, because that reduces your chance of death in a home fire by 50% alone. And then the #1 cause of fires is actually unsafe cooking. And so make sure that you're, keep an eye on what you fry, check those extension cords, make sure they're not frayed. As we go into the winter months, we tend to see more home fires, so make sure that you're keeping your heating devices in good
Sure.
working order, and just prepping for our most active season yet. And that's what we're doing at the Red Cross as well. So we need volunteers to support these teams that go out and help the victims, and also financial support too.
And that leads into my next question. If someone's watching today and they're saying, wow, that's a lot, and the organization is doing a lot, and it's a lot of resources. What can they do today to help out, whether it's volunteering or making a donation to the Red Cross?
So our services are unduplicated. No one does what we do in the community, and we can only do it with the support of our generous donors and volunteers. So if you want to volunteer with us to do this work, we provide all of the training, and so you can visit redcross.org for information about becoming a volunteer. But also, we need financial contributions, because we give these families financial assistance to even put a roof over their head the first night they're experiencing this disaster. And so all of our 90 cents of every dollar we spend goes directly to client services. And so we're really proud of that number, and you can make a donation on redcross.org to support families that have been affected by disasters like those 6 home fires we've had since August.
Okay, thank you so much, Mallory, for
Thank
joining
you.
us today. And we'll be back right after this.